Welcome back, one and all, to Let's Play Shadowrun Dragonfall, the Director's Cut. As it turns out, I had to look it up to see how I would access that, and it involves using the drone control box that Griffin cannot use. And we couldn't hand off to, I don't know, someone like Blitz, who is a rigger, who could use it. You know, because that's totally not allowed. Eat grenade. Okay, give me Iger. And then just run back in here. Blitz, you need to use a med kit yourself. Why don't you move right here and go on Overwatch? Oh, there's another magic user. Cute. Another two. Great. Mm-hmm. Yep. Perfect. Iger, you're just gonna step forward right here. You're gonna switch to that shotgun. About time you all started lobbing grenades that you miss with. How did... Iger's a weapon specialist. She doesn't miss. Gonna blow up my drone? I mean, those are choices that y'all can make. Increase movement for next turn. Move Glory over here. Switch to a firearm. Oh, wait. Use the room sweeper. Not enough ammo. Right. At least you hit something, Blitz. Let's not kill Blitz, shall we? Alright. Let's think. Think, Rogue, think. You kidding me? How is she missing? Good throw, Griffin. Good throw, good throw. He doesn't have a med kit. Just get out of the way. I'm trying not to rogue rage over here. I don't understand how she is so miserable. Don't miss. What the... This is ridiculous. I'm on fire! Now, Griffin, he's on fire. He can't really, you know, dodge that well. Good. Glory. Tiger? How did you hit Glory? Just breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. You don't need to rage out. Not at all. No, we don't need to start screaming at the screen. No, that's not going to help. Yes, please, move closer to Iger. Yes, do that. That sounds excellent. Do that. That took way longer than it should have. And it used way more resources than was necessary. Anyway, apparently, I had to look this up. You can actually, if you have the drone thing, you can have them blow up that section of wall. That's the only way to get in there. That I could find anyway. Oh. Panacea. The sounds of machinery fade behind you as you venture further underground. Whoever built this facility was clearly well financed. It must have taken years to design, excavate, and build a complex like this in secrecy. You continue through dimly lit halls, finally stepping into what appears to be another lab area. The corridor before you is deserted. Dr. Adrian Vauclair is somewhere within this facility, and with him, the answers you seek. Okay. So I guess all these side rooms are off limits. Just put down a save. Or not, because reasons? Since we're experiencing so much game instability at this point. Is that Vauclair? Who's that? The old man behind the glass works feverishly at his console, glancing up at you when he can. A cigarette dangles from his mouth, its bluish smoke curling around his head. An overflowing ashtray sits on the lab table in front of him. The years have not been kind, but his features are instantly recognizable. Despite his age, he still has the strong chin and high cheekbones that you remember from the Green Winters DVD. This is Dr. Adrian Vauclair. As you approach, he stops what he's doing, a look of intense irritation on his face. He clears his throat, and a harsh, rasping sound emerges from the loudspeaker next to the glass. So you're the Shadowrunners that Audrin warned about. I assume you've left a trail of corpses in your wake. Oh, is Audrin around? I've got a message for him, from Paul Amsel. If you wish to speak with my security captain, that can be arranged. He reaches down, flips a switch. You hear a loud thud and a click behind you as the door locks shut. Welp. You'll find that the blast door behind you is sealed and the laboratory you occupy is fully secured, an important precaution. We keep our test subjects in there. They're far more dangerous than you. He takes a drag on his cigarette. I won't permit you to cause any further harm. Shadowrunner, you will remain trapped where you are for your own good. The hell I will. You launch yourself at the window, your shoulder slamming into the hard surface with a heavy thud. Despite your best efforts, the window doesn't budge. It was worth a try. The window between us is made of Dicoat-treated transplast. Do whatever you like to it, you'll find that it's quite unbreakable. Damn tri-optimum! The guy's right. Nothing we're carrying can even scratch Dicoat. That glass is essentially sheathed in diamond. We need military-grade explosives to crack it. We're stuck in here. Now, I want to know why you've so violently interjected yourself into my business. First you break my estate, which you didn't even know was mine, apparently. Then you spend what must have been a small fortune to track me down. You locate my AI, you destroy it, then drive all the way out to the countryside, and finally you shoot your way into my laboratory. So I have to ask you, Shadowrunner, who are you and why in God's name are you here? We came to find you, Vauclair, to help us stop Bershfinge. Except the Firewing wasn't the one after us after all. It was you all along, wasn't it? To help you stop Bershfinge, that is ironic. But yes, you are correct. I am the one who has been hunting you, the one who sent Apex and Audrin after you. I'm going to pay for that. Why attack the Crudes Bazaar, Vauclair? Why kill Paul Amsel? It was necessary to preserve the secrecy of my work, for the greater good of all. I know I have wronged you, and for this I am sorry. He sighs, a long, rattling sigh that quickly turns into a violent fit of coughing. The sound echoes over the speaker. I didn't expect you to understand, nor do I have time to explain. He straightens, glances back at the screen to his side, and nods. Curtly. Now, I must know. How did you learn I was still alive? How did you even know to look for me? Did someone send you? We found out about you from your brother, Vauclair. He was trying to find you, right up until the end. Vauclair starts, and the sudden movement of his arm sends his overflowing ashtray from the table in a cloud of ash. A look of dread fills his face. Up until the end? What do you mean? Where's Hermie? Explain yourself. I'm sorry, Doc. He was digging too deeply, so Apex killed him. I didn't. He is suddenly overcome by another fit of coughing. He steadies himself on one arm of the chair. Apex! I never should have trusted that thing. Oh, Hermie, the things I've sacrificed all this for. All for Panacea. All for tonight. You killed my friends, and now I'm supposed to feel sorry for you? Just tell me what is going on here. Valclaire's eyes flare with anger. He lunges forward, towards the glass with surprising speed despite his age and fragile frame. He was my brother! My only brother! What's going on is that I'm about to see the end of the dragons. Not just Fierschwinch. All dragons. There are quite a few dragons out there, Doc. Powerful dragons. I don't think they'll support your plan. They won't have a choice. Vauclair fumbles in his pockets, produces a fresh cigarette. He lights it with shaking hands and breathes in deeply. The orange glow flares bright. When he exhales, the words spill out with the smoke. The Firewing burned and murdered and caused untold damage in her bestial rage until the Dragonfall, until I stopped her. But that destruction was merely the symptom of a greater cancer. The Fierschwinge brought destruction with fire and claw. The dragons of today, Lofwyr, Dunkelzahn, Celadir, they kill and conquer with subtler tools, deception, manipulation, corruption. He spits with disgust. They use us as pawns, playing pieces, puppets, in their millennia-long machinations. Oh yes, dragons are a cancer. One that will conquer, or worse, destroy all of humanity if we do not stop it. One that metastasized when the world awakened, an ironic metaphor since it was the failing of my own body that allowed me to see it. Let me guess, you have cancer. Late stage 2. If I had to guess, I'd say leukemia. He is racked again by coughing, allows it to subside, and then takes another long drag on his cigarette, the ash creeping closer and closer to his mouth. Your friend is correct. I suffer from cancer of the blood, brought on by the radiation of the SOX, no doubt. It was when I heard my doctor's diagnosis that I realized what I had to do, what my life's work would be in the time that I had left. I'm sorry, Hermie. I'm sorry you won't be able to see it yourself. I'm sorry I failed you. Valclair turns his attention back to the computer, stubbing out his cigarette. He grabs a fresh one from the pack and lights it. Tonight, I will release my panacea to the world. And how absurd that the instrument of dragonkind's destruction. He presses a button on the terminal and a large observation window at the far end of the room rises slowly open. Will be carried by Fierschwinge herself. Through the glass, you see the prostrate form of a dragon. Far below, an enormous set of shackles binds it, and a maze of tubes snakes into its body. The tubes connect to a cruel-looking apparatus that has been mounted to the wall. Look at that. He found her alive in the SOX after all. Tonight the Firewing will fly again, infected with panacea. She will slowly be destroyed from within, but before that happens, she will provide the catalyst for global transmission of the virus. Catalyst? What catalyst? Fierschwinge's fire will carry the agent in its dormant state. Any metahumans exposed will become carriers, will spread the disease to other dragons. The carriers will be infected with panacea as well, but it will not harm them. The non-dragons, it is a nuisance, nothing more. When a critical mass of carriers is achieved, my panacea will become unstoppable. It will spread across the globe in a relentless tide. However, if it does not reach this critical mass, it will fizzle, die out, become inert. Hence the need for a ground zero, a flashpoint for a mass infection event. I'm sorry, Hermie. I know you loved your flux state, but it doesn't matter now. It must be Berlin. Hang on. You're going to sick the Firewing on Berlin? He continues his work with feverish energy. To save the world, yes. For panacea to work, Berlin must burn. Yes. A sacrifice, one for the greater good. Fishfinge will breathe her infected fire upon Berlin. Thousands will die, and through that destruction the virus will take to the air. A critical mass of Berlin's metahuman population will be exposed, but no one will even think to quarantine the city until it's too late. The flux state lacks any centralized authority. Corporations will evacuate their own. Thousands will flee the city, infected. Oh yes, Hermie, Berlin is the perfect flashpoint. It wasn't supposed to happen tonight, no. But this little intervention of yours leaves us no choice, so let us see. Tonight's wind patterns dictate that Ground Zero be Tempelhof Schönberg. Highly populated. The virus will spread quickly enough from there. That's only a few kilometers from the Cruise Bazaar. The Cruise Bazaar? My favorite cafe's in the Cruise Bazaar. Look, you're crazy. We're probably all gonna die, but we're not letting you get away with this. Nonsense. You're sealed tight in that laboratory, impotent to stop me. The old man eyes his cigarette. The cigarette in his butt in his hand, fishes out another from the pack, and lights it first. My gosh, this man smokes more than I did when I was a chain smoker. Then he returns to his console, reaching to the side for a microphone. He mutters something into the receiver. You could just barely make out the name, Aldran. When he turns to address you again, his voice is level. The shaking in his hand seems to have subsided. Security will be there soon, and they will take care of you. Do not worry, you will not be harmed. The sacrifice that I'm making tonight is a necessary evil. It cannot be helped. But so long as you remain confined, I see no reason to kill you too. You don't burn a city and call it a sacrifice. You call it what it is. Mass murder. Beauclair stiffens, anger washing across his face. Was it mass murder when America dropped the atomic bomb on Japan? The myopic would say yes, just as you are now. But they did it for a cause, to shorten the agony of war, to save the lives of thousands upon thousands of soldiers. I do the same for the good of the world. I'm not interested in ancient history, Beauclair. Murder is murder. Fine, call it what you will. What I do will prevent a greater evil from taking place. Humanity was born to reproduce, to multiply, but dragons were born to acquire, to accumulate, to hoard. Both strive to bend the world to their will. Humanity has conquered the air, land, and sea through sheer numbers. Dragons, however, employ different means altogether throughout history. They have allowed us to do the heavy lifting while they pull the strings. There are 17 great dragons in the world today, 17 ancient worms, millennia old, slowly dividing the planet into 17 piles of gold to nest upon in front of our eyes. Once upon a time, they burned castles to steal the treasure we collected, laid waste to entire armies. But here in the sixth world, it is no longer about tooth and claw and fiery breath. Now it's public relations, marketing, mergers and acquisitions. You see it every day, dragons on the Tridio. In the boardrooms, they gather influence, wealth, power, continually hoarding until one of them sits on top of it all. Perhaps not in this cycle of the world, perhaps not the next, but one day one worm will stand alone triumphant, with all of humanity as its cattle, with all the world as its prize, and that I will not allow. I've heard enough. You're nuts. You don't want to do this, Beauclair. There has to be a better way. I am a man of science, Shadowrunner. A better path may exist, but I do not know what it is. I wish that I didn't have to sacrifice so many. I wish that Hermie hadn't had to die. But this solution is here, now, in my hands, and I choose to take it. Through the speakers, you can hear the sounds of heavy footsteps approaching. Ah, Audron, good. It's about time you showed up. Sorry, Doctor. We were taking care of the dragon's physical form and required some care. But the procedure is ready to begin. You should see to it. Looks like you trapped the thugs who were attacking the manor. Yes, they won't be a problem any longer, but with the Apex gone, our security is compromised. We'd best still hurry. Oh, and Alderaan, don't forget to clean the containment unit afterwards. The virus will kill Fair Fringe along with the rest, and when it does, her astral form will perish as well. Human host to know. We're going to stop you, Vauclair. We'll find a way, and we'll make it painful. Quiet! Everything's ready in the chamber, Dr. Vauclair. I think you should start the procedure yourself. Yes, my friend. It's time, Harry. It's time. Let's do some good. I will begin the infusion process. Alderaan, please make sure our guests here are securely locked away before you come down. I am sorry, Griffin. I am sorry for your friend Paul Amsel, for Frau Schaefer, for the Kreuzbazaar. Sorry for Berlin. I wish there were another way. You're not the same man who once saved Germany from the fire wing. If I get out of here, Vauclair, I'll be saving Berlin from you. You do not know me, Shadowrunner, nor can you possibly understand me, what I've been through, or what I know with absolute certainty. The world may pass judgment over my actions when I am dead and gone. It will not be long now. Until then, I do not have the luxury of morality. I go now to do a hard thing and perhaps an evil thing, but a thing that's necessary. Well, ain't that a thing? Again, long time. How's Amsel doing? That hole in his brain pan heal up okay? Haunt all you want. If we get out of here, you'll wish you'd never set foot in the Kreuzbazaar. Afraid that's not gonna happen. The lab's locked down tight like the doc said. The test subjects, they keep in there don't play well with others. Dangerous, nasty things. And they don't smell great either, but you'll see for yourself in a second. Been meaning to talk to you about that. You could use some deodorant yourself, big guy. Your stink from your smoldering corpse will cover it. Listen, I've gotta go. Have fun with the test subjects while I'm gone. He grins, flips a switch on the console. You hear the hiss of doors sliding open nearby. If you're still alive when I get back, I'll put a bullet in you or something. Oh, so you're not even gonna face us yourself? Howard. A fire drake. Huh. That'll have to be for next time on Let's Play Shadowrun Dragonfall, the director's cut. Till then, I've been the Arcane Rogue, and if you like this video, let me know by hitting the like button, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Till then, I hope you have a wonderful day.